launch LiveCompare and log on as an editor. Expand workspaces. I've created a workspace called My First Workspace, and expand workflows. So what I'm going to do is copy down from the templates folder the compare objects workflow template. So expand data, templates, synchronization, then right click on compare objects and select copy to workspace and choose your workspace. Then click copy. Okay, close the data folder, go to your workspace and click on compare objects. First thing you want to do is identify the two systems that you want to use to run the comparison. My first system, I will right click and select edit and choose SAP 15. Click on system 2, right click, choose edit, and I'll compare against 23. Once you have the two systems identified, next you want to give the workflow some parameters on which to run the comparison. So right click on selects and choose edit select list, and then click the add. Under field, type in T-code, and the operator is equals, and I'm going to compare T-code ME81. Click OK, and then run. The first action is called Get SAP Objects. So it went out and retrieved all the objects related to my selection, which was transaction ME81. So it selected them from both systems, System 1 and System 2. So there's probably about 85 unique or distinct objects that were collected from each system. So 191. The next action is the compare objects action. It's actually comparing these retrieved SAP objects. Here is the comparison result, and it's currently creating a hierarchy report URL. Now this is a URL that we can email off to the team to look at, but another way to view the results is after this make hierarchy action. We see that there are some 109 hierarchy nodes here in the compared hierarchy data set. So let's look at these results first. Right click and view details. The first thing we notice is a summary. There was one DIMPRO or screen compared, and it's different. 71 structures are different, and 20 that are unique to my System 2 system, SAP 23, and 5 different tables. So if I want to see this DIMPRO that's different, expand DIMPRO and click on the DIMPRO with the red X next to it, and then click on the code differences. So I see that there are 3 inserts. So click next difference, and I can see that there's an insert here on line 10 and another insert here on line 46, and finally on 96 here. This transports tab can be helpful in identifying transports related to the object itself. So if an object is out of sync, the transports tab can provide some guidance on what transport may have changed the code, which could be the reason why it's out of sync. And we can drill down into any of these structures as well. Where you see a red X, that means the structure is in both systems and is different. There are some differences in the attributes. Here we see the internal length is different, went from 6 to 12. Where you see a 2 icon, that means this structure related to ME81 is only in my system 2, so it's missing from system 1, which was my SAP 15 environment. Okay. If I go back to the workflow, I notice this parameter called object status to keep. And if I right click and choose edit and do lookup, I notice I've unchecked same. So if I wanted to see the objects that were the same, maybe for summary purposes, just select that, click OK, and then rerun this action only. So right click on make hierarchy and run this only. That way we don't have to run the full workflow to get down to this action. So it went from 109 lines to 135. And the difference is all of the same objects. And it gives me an idea about what objects are the same within this transaction. The ABAP program is the same, the 5 function modules and GUI statuses, as well as there's some table definitions that are in sync. If I were to expand the hierarchy, I see a folder for each core object. So there's 1 program, 2 screens, a bunch of function modules. Where you see a green check mark, that means the code is in sync. So for example, if I were to click here, I'd see everything's green here, even the code, meaning there are no differences in the code itself. The other thing to look at here is the report URL. To view this result, you'd have to be logged in as an editor. To view the report URL, you can actually email this link to the team. So maybe ME81 is working fine in one environment, but it fails in the second environment. This compare objects workflow can help troubleshoot, what differences may be causing the issue. And you can go right to the results here, see the summary, and there's even a percentage after each object. So here, this screen is 7% different, meaning that if there were 100 lines of code within this DimPro, 7 of the lines would contain differences. And you can click the link, click the code, and get right into basically the same code viewer, where you can click through all the differences within the code. Okay, thanks for watching.